Hey everyone, Mr. Justin here with the Hernando County Public Library System. Thank you so much for joining us for another week of science and science experiments, and we're going to have fun because today we are going to do an experiment which is going to show a little bit about motion, show a little bit about sound, and we'll talk a little bit about that when it comes up. But what you need for this one is we've got a few balloons, and then I've got some objects. First object I have is a little marble, little ball. A little marble works and a little smaller. Probably be easier to fit in the balloon, but we have a little ball. I have a penny right there, and I have a little nut, a little hex nut right here too. And so we have these three items and balloons. So what we're actually going to do is one at a time, we're going to put the item in the balloon, and we're going to blow up the balloon, tie it up, and we'll have the item in the balloon. So we are going to start with the penny. And so I'm going to put the penny in this balloon right here. And so let's see if it's going to want to be easy on me today. There it is. It's right there in the balloon. So let's blow it up. And now you can blow the balloon up however big you want. But we're going to blow it up this size just so we can all see. It might be kind of hard to see how some of this experiment works, but if you try it at home, you'll be able to see it in first person. But we have our balloon, and we have the penny that is in the balloon right here. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to take the balloon from the smaller end, and I'm just going to spin my hand around. And you can see that the penny started to spin around in the balloon. And when we stop, it still spins a little bit around, 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 and stops. So again, you're going to spin the balloon, and it's going to spin around. It takes a little bit for it to get going. And it still keeps going when you stop doing it, and finally it stops when it has had enough. We'll talk about that in a minute. So let's go ahead and get your little marble or your little ball into the next balloon, and I am going to use the orange balloon, and let's see if we can get this to go in. This might be a little tricky. Like I said, marbles are a little smaller than what I have here, so that should be a little easier to get in here. There we go. That's a start. And almost there. There we go. It is now in here, so let's blow up this balloon. I want to make sure it's a semi-similar size. That's pretty close. Let out a little bit of air. Let's tie the knot. You can ask an adult if you need help tying the knots. I know as a kid I always needed help. And there we have the little ball inside here. And if we do the same, you can see it immediately starts spinning around. And when I stop, you can see the shadow. It kind of did the same thing as the penny. But the ball definitely spins. You can get it to spin around the balloon a lot easier than the penny. Why do you think the ball spins a lot easier than the penny does? It takes a little bit while. Once it gets going, it will spin. A lot of it has to do with the shape. We got a nice round shape. The penny is flat, but if you get it onto its edge, it can kind of do that shape. And you can see they both kind of do a similar shape as they spin. They're going in a circular shape, and they both continue to spin around the balloon once I stop with the motion. Okay, so let's do one more, and then we'll compare them all, and then we'll talk about what's happening here. And as you can see, what did we hear with both of those? We heard not a lot of actual noise. We heard it going around the circle, but we didn't really hear any special noise. So let's go ahead and get our little hex nut. I'm going to use the pink balloon for this one. This should be an easier one to put in there. It's in there already. We're going to blow it up. Let's make sure. Oops. Okay, so now we have the little hex nut in here, and I'm going to do the same exact thing that I did with the other two, and here we go. As you can see, it does the same motion where it goes in a, oops, that was my fault. It goes in a circle, but in this case, what's the main difference? the sound, isn't it? It's the sound. And again, we get sound when we create vibrations. So what we get is when the objects in the balloon are rubbing against and hitting the balloon in the rubber of the balloon, it does create the vibrations, and that vibration will create a sound. With something like that is smooth, we don't get much of an actual noise, but when we get the hex nut, because it has the different sides and it's not even like that, that's why those vibrations will create a different sound. And you can try a different size of balloons, seeing if bigger balloons or smaller balloons create different noises. But let's talk about the motion now, because they all had similar motions where they're spinning around in the circle. See that? There we go. And it stops, or it keeps going even when I stop, until it no longer has the force or the energy behind it to keep going. And a lot of this is going to be because of centripetal force, a center-seeking force. So what will happen is there's an inward force on the body, which is the item, whether the hex nut, the ball, or the penny, and it's going to cause it to move in that circular path. So since I'm spinning it, and they're going to have that force going on it, making it spin in a circular motion. Now when I stop it, it's still going to have enough energy to make a few more laps before it runs out of that kinetic energy, and it's going to, which is motion, and it's just going to stop and then no longer move. So you can experiment. You can even try multiple objects in one balloon to see what happens when you put like more than one hex nut in a single balloon, and you do that. You can see what happens when you do different sizes of balloons. If you have other smaller objects around the house, you can put them in the balloon and see if they do anything different. But again, one reason why we had the different noise with the hex nut was because it doesn't have a smooth side. It was vibrating against the balloons, the balloon surface, and that vibration caused that noise. What's also cool is that they kind of go easy because the balloon is a very smooth surface and isn't providing much friction, which is why it can keep going and it moves easily in that centripetal force. And again, it will keep moving once we stop it until it runs out of that energy, and then it'll go. But it will do that circular path because of centripetal motion. So again, just need balloons in different objects, including a hex nut, penny, and a ball, and any other small item you might have, and keep playing around with them and see if, I just like the noise it makes, to see what it does, to see if it acts any differently or the same. And thank you for joining us. If you want our science videos every week to be posted on your recommendation, make sure you smash that subscribe button. And I'm so glad you all could join us, and we will see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.